Can you hear me? Great stuff. I'm ready now. We've done all right over the last 100 years, 200 years with regard to our prejudices in this country. We've made some good progress. So our attitudes towards race, towards gender, towards age, well, old age anyway, because our attitudes towards young age are still a bit problematic, really. We have all kind of fixed notions about young people and what they can and can't do. Actually, mainly, what they can't do. And we're very specific about this, and this is quite widely held. Here's a few examples. For a start, young people, they're too young, they can't act like an adult. How can they? They're kids. They're really fussy eaters. We've got to be very careful with the food we give them. They need firm structures in order to behave well and not be anarchists. They don't want to learn, and they're a civic nuisance. Oh, it's a bit tight, isn't it? We're not that grim about our young people. Well, which magazine surveyed the hotel chain that gave the most satisfaction? It was out 2 months ago. The winner was Warner, where kids aren't even allowed in the door. It's telling us something. What do you mean young people can't be adult? We can all be adult or not be adult. Transactional analysis tells us that we have a kind of tripartite thing going on up here. We all have an adult, we all have a child, and we all have a parent. How can that be? Well, when we're really little, the things our parents and carers do for us, for good or ill, we make a real recording of and we keep it up there. And now and again we replay it. And the same in terms of our response, for good or ill, to what happens to us, becomes our child. Now, luckily, once we learn to walk, our adult starts to develop. So that knowing self in terms of working out the world, deciding for ourselves what is what, really who we are, which mediates everything else and really makes us the individuals that we are. But these three states are not age-related. Yeah, from age 2 on to 102, they're all there. So a 2-year-old telling Grandad off, you should not be smoking, is in parent. And a 12-year-old lad talking about his hopes for the future and his plans and how he hopes to get there is in adult. And your dentist who buys himself an Harley Davidson for his 50th birthday is in child. So there you are, at any time, anyone, given the context, can be in parent or adult or child. So, of course, young people can be an adult, and they often are. But they're proper fussy eaters, aren't they? Rubbish! Young people, when they're really little, their gastronomic taste is that Catholic, they'll eat worms out the garden. But we keep feeding them chicken nuggets or pizza. Is that a physiological thing, because that's what they can digest, or is it something to do with cost, because it's really cheap and easy to produce? How to get rid of obesity? Put a 500% tax on that, on those kind of children's menus. Within 3 months, you'll have families going out to eat at restaurants. What do you want to eat? We'll have the special, please. We'll have the turbot provençal. And them kids, for starters, they want a fricassee of wild woodland mushrooms. And if there's any, like, worms and snails on, leave them on, because they love them. But also, this thing about behaviour. They'll be anarchists unless we dress them like 1980s BA crew. What on earth is that about? When did that happen? We are so frightened this century, we're getting anachronistic in yearning for the last one. Absolutely mad. Look at this bunch of nutters here. Is this a Borstal? Wait, how awful. There isn't a tie there isn't a blazer. That kid with ring round him, Steve Jobs. What a shame. If only he'd worn a tie and a blazer at school, what might he have achieved? And they won't learn. Again, when we're born, we're hardwired to feed and to learn. We can't stop kids learning. They're less keen on sitting down day after day and listening to people talk at them, but good grief do they want to learn. A couple of months ago, I asked 30 learners in a school in Rochdale, if you had a month at school, what would you want to learn about? Check the list out. Of course they want to learn. Why wouldn't they? They're busting to learn. And the last thing is, they're a civic nuisance, aren't they? Yes, they are. Often they're not. Often they're absolutely the reverse. That's a really busy junction in Rochdale. All the motorway traffic comes into Rochdale on that. 27th of May 2011, all the traffic lights failed. It was mayhem. There was backing up for miles. There was cars bumper to bumper. These 4 lads, truly, on the way home from school, did they sit on the wall, taking pictures on the phones, enjoying the mayhem? They went in the traffic, they reversed some cars about, they all took a junction, they got everything moving. 40 minutes they were doing it. 40 minutes. Police cars giving up thumbs up, fire engines. A white van full of builders slowed down and threw them high-vis vests. How brilliant is that? What a contribution they made that day. This is the Last Prejudice, Because actually, youngsters can be adult and they do like food and they don't have to be dressed like cabin crew and they want to learn, and they're a civic resource. Let's put it right, folks. It's the Last Prejudice. Let's have a better culture. Thank you.
Yeah.